Good morning. It is 10 a.m. on Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025. Yes, we are, what, 2/3 of the way through the year? Wow. Call this meeting of the Wichita County Commissioners Court to order. If everyone would please stand, Commissioner Kincaid will give our invitation.
Pray with me, please. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you, Lord, for just being you, Lord, being God Almighty. Thank you for all your blessings. Thank you for everything you do for our country, for our state, for our county. And also, Lord, I just want to say thank you, Lord, for the county family. Everybody here, we all work together, Lord. We try to do what's always best for the county, what's best for the taxpayers, Lord. I just continue that you bring that light to us, Lord. Help us with wisdom and all the decisions we make, Lord. And please just allow us to keep being family with our community and with our county, Lord. All these things we ask through your Son, Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Would you join us for the pledge to the flag?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now the pledge to the Texas flag.
On the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
All right, everyone, please be seated. Except, I'd like to at this time invite Leslie Mannon, our district clerk, up, as well as Mariah Franklin, who works in the district clerk's office, who is the Wichita County Employee of the Month for August 2025.
Yay!
Congratulations. We always, here, you can come right here so that people can see you. You will have to give a 5-minute speech too, so I hope you're as always, we want to honor outstanding employees, and we have a plaque. It's a small token of our gratitude and appreciation, and I will turn it over to Leslie to explain why you were nominated and picked for this award.
I'm going to make this really quick because she is probably dying inside right now. We've had Mariah for just a little over 2 years. She's always a go-getter. She volunteers to train the new clerks that we have come in. She helps her supervisor with the appeals process, which is a huge headache and takes a lot off of her plate. And she's just a great asset to our team.
Would you like to say anything? Mariah, let me get that to you. And we're going to take a picture right here.
Okay. Thank you.
And let's all congratulate Mariah.
She can't get out fast enough.
I think there may have been a vapor trail. All right. Is there any other presentations this morning? Okay. Well, it is 10:03, and we do what?
Our computers are both restarting for some reason.
It's all part of the plan.
Yeah.
It's 10:03 a.m. At this time, we will open up for public comments. Remind everyone that comments need to be limited to 5 minutes, and no action can be taken on anything brought up during public comment. Whoa. Oh, wait. Sorry. You're very fast. Yeah, vapor trails all over the place.
Cyclists, they get
That's
things
right,
done.
that's right.
They don't wait around.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm David Coleman, 3719 Cedar Elm Lane. I'm chairman of Hotter Than Hell, and I'm here speaking of family. That was perfect because what an incredible family we have in Wichita County. Hotter Than Hell was a huge success. The weather helped. That was nice. But the 3,000 people that live across the county that came out and helped and made our riders feel welcome is just amazing. And I just am so proud and happy to live in a place that can put off an event like that and have it be such a success. I heard so many comments about how friendly the people were and how they appreciated the support from the sheriff's office, and it's amazing. So I want to particularly say thank you to Dwayne Berkfeld for the EOC. That place is incredible, how they keep track of the riders and dispatch the SAGs and make sure that the safety of the riders is considered. It's amazing. And of course, our new sheriff, congratulations, Will Rutledge. All the sheriff's office, the support that we get from them is incredible. And then, of course, a special thanks to Commissioner Beecham whose daughter sang the national anthem at the gravel ride, and I got goosebumps. It was amazing, and I appreciate that very much. And then you did the run on Sunday as well. So thank you for your support and your participation.
Andy's still here.
and he
survived one more
he was
year.
tired on Monday.
One more year, but I just sincerely wanted to say thank you to the county, to all your people, the staff, and y'all for your support for Hotter Than Hell. It means a lot, and it was a huge success. So,
Well, Mr. Coleman, thank you for coming and speaking. I wanted to make sure, you said 3,000 volunteers? all
yes,
told?
yes.
Wow.
Almost 3% of the population
Yeah.
of the county is involved with helping make it happen. That's awesome.
It is, and the more you're involved in it, and the more you see all the people involved in everything they do, it's mind blowing. But it's a wonderful team effort. So thanks again.
It is a
Yeah.
family. Being around Hotter Than Hell for as long as I have, it's definitely a family. And like Roby always said, there's only two ways to get off of the committee, and that's to die or to move away. So everybody absolutely loves to be there, and it's a labor of love for a lot of people, a lot of our community's best. Take part in putting that event on. And I want to echo thanks to everyone, all the volunteers and all the steering committee members that work tirelessly, starting in about May each year, to put such a grand event on that's world recognized. So I appreciate you taking leadership of this. So
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you
Appreciate it.
very much. All right. Do we have any other public comments this morning?
Judge, I have one. Waking up yesterday morning and grabbing my cup of coffee and going out on the back patio, and it sounded like a war was being fought down Dove season is here, and we forget sometimes how important these kind of things are for the economy of Wichita County. There's no telling how many people we had in county yesterday from the Metroplex and all over Texas that had a great hunt. The report from the field is that a lot of people were limited out by 8:30. And there's a lot of money that comes into our economy from that, and Wichita County is kind of renowned for being a good place to go and hunt dove. It's just another one of those assets that I think sometimes we overlook, but congratulations to everybody that participated, and it does great to have that kind of economic activity in town.
somebody can come hunt the live oak tree in my front yard.
There were lots of shots being fired about daylight yesterday.
You wake up and felt like you needed to go get your gun and prepare to defend your property?
Yeah.
Any other public comment this morning? I've got one. It'll be the last time you'll hear me say it. Public hearing on budget and tax rate this Thursday evening, 6 o'clock, in this room. It'll be much better than the Cowboys game, I assure you. 6 p.m. this Thursday. Any other public comment? All right, it is 10:08, and public comments is closed. So that moves us to the consent agenda. There are 4 items on the consent agenda. I need to slightly change number 1, which is a motion to authorize the county judge to sign verification letters of materials received from the Texas Department of Transportation for 2025 and 2026, totaling 1,580 cubic yards of asphalt millings. I need to change that to authorize the county judge, or authorize ratification of the county judge's signature. We had to have that in by the end of August, and so I hope the court is good with me going ahead and signing that. Is there any objection to changing the language of number 1 to a motion to authorize the ratification of the county judge's signature?
No.
Okay. Any questions or comments on any of the items on the consent agenda?
Judge, on number 2, just to highlight the fact that that's the same exact amount of millings, and that those now have also been received by us as well.
Excellent. It's been a good program for us.
Very good.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Commissioner Beecham, seconded by Commissioner Pincannon, to approve the consent agenda as amended. Do we have any questions or comments on the motion or any of the items? All right, that motion's before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. General business item number 1, review and approve the regular bills for payment. Verified payroll taxes have been filed, and authorize county treasurer to disperse payroll and or bills within 72 hours via U.S. mail, FedEx, UPS, electronically, or be picked up and acknowledged by a ledger signature in the treasurer's office.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Pincannon, seconded by Commissioner Mahler to approve bills for payment. Verified payroll tax has been filed, and authorize dispersal of payroll and or bills. Any questions or comments on the motion or the item? That motion's before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item number 2, discuss, consider, and or take action to approve and ratify the minutes of the August 26, 2025 regular session.
So moved.
Second.
He beat you. We got a motion by Commissioner Beecham, seconded by Commissioner Pincannon to approve and ratify the minutes of the August 26, 2025 regular session. Do we have any questions or comments on the motion or the item? All right, that motion's before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item number 3, discuss, consider, and or take action to dedicate the Law Enforcement Center administrative offices as the Wichita County John David Duke Law Enforcement Center. I do want to lay this one out a little bit, so bear with me if you don't mind. I am a firm believer that public buildings are devoted and dedicated to the service of the public, and as such, the building itself should not have anyone's name on it but Wichita County's. Every one of us, elected or employed, is simply a caretaker for the public and for those who come after us. I also believe that it is in the interest of the public to honor those with a particularly long or distinguished career serving the public. This courtroom, in fact, is named after Judge Gossam in honor of his service and dedication and devotion to Wichita County. We've also similarly named other rooms in county buildings. I believe that it's an appropriate and fitting tribute to do the same for Sheriff Duke, and would be glad to see the administrative offices at the Law Enforcement Center renamed in his honor to the John David Duke Administrative Offices at the LEC. I know there was some confusion about this because being gone, I did a poor job of putting the language on the agenda, clearly delineating what the court was contemplating. But that is what it is. Sheriff Rutledge, who was sworn in yesterday, did you want to make any comments?
Sheriff Duke, of course, he had 40+ years to the sheriff's office, started in the jail, worked his way through the ranks, all the way to the sheriff, 17 years as sheriff, 17 years. It is fitting that we name either a portion of the building or the building after him. I totally agree. If it wasn't for his drive and initiative to get a new jail and get the law enforcement center built, and we went out and got the votes, got it on the agenda or on the ballot to be voted, got the votes to win it, we wouldn't be where we're at. We actually have probably the best jail in North Texas, hands down, probably most of the state. And the offices, our training facility is great. DPS is looking to find a way to get as many as their troopers through a new alert class called Swords, and get it done here in Wichita Falls, bringing the troopers from all over the state to here to do the training because of our facility and our training facility and our firing range right there. It is fitting that we name the building or part of the building after Sheriff Duke, and it'll be up to y'all to decide which part.
Before I make a motion, do we have other comments, sir?
No, I believe the administrative offices is appropriate. We've done that with other facilities, so I think that's an appropriate thing to do.
I also agree, but I do think the building itself it's owned by the taxpayers.
Sure.
It's the taxpayers' property, and I'm kind of for it being a Wichita County law enforcement
Always
center.
be the Wichita County Law Enforcement
But,
Center, yeah.
I mean, I have a lot of admiration for David Duke. and I'm not belittling it at all, but it's a county citizen-owned building in my opinion. That's just kind of my view.
All right, well then, I will make the motion that we dedicate the Law Enforcement Center Administrative Offices as the John David Duke Administrative Offices at the LEC.
I'll second
I have one quick question.
Go ahead.
And the reason this is, why the John David Duke instead of just David Duke? Because he was always on the ballot as David Duke.
He was. His
Everybody
his
always
proper
knew he
name
was-
is John David Duke.
I know, but everybody, I mean,
I don't
it's
know.
not- I mean, I've known him for a long time, and I've never called him a John David Duke, or
yeah.
never heard anybody else say that.
There are people not gonna know who that is.
Yeah, who's
That's the
that?
problem. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just curious. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, sir. All right, there's been a motion by me, seconded by Commissioner Beecham, to dedicate the Law Enforcement Center Administrative Offices as the John David Duke Administrative Offices. Do we have any questions or comments on the motion or the item? All right, that motion is before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item number 4, discuss, consider, and/or take action on the 2026 contribution rate and changes to the TCDRS plan. Right now, as you all know, we have an elected rate that is higher than the required rate for our retirement plan. It's at 14%, and then there's a group term life rate of 0.11%. I think it's my preference that we maintain the same elected rate for 2026. That's what we budgeted for. And as we talked about a couple of weeks ago when Erica was here, a 1% change, if we were to reduce that from say 14% to 13%, equates to about $300,000, which is not a small amount of money. But I think that we are still in a fiscal point where it makes more sense to get ahead of the actuarial curve rather than get behind it.
And we have gained on it.
We have.
that.
Yep.
Considerable.
I think our required rate now is down just a tad over 11%.
Yeah.
11.07%.
Yep.
So what that means for the voting public is since we're able to give pay at a higher rate, if we have a down year where we're facing budget difficulties, then we can draw back from that and just pay what's sort of required rate at that point. So we're kind of banking cash, so to speak, within our retirement plan.
Yeah, and rather than bank it in a place that's just county savings or, asking the taxpayers to pay that bill and then not do anything with it, it actually is then being reinvested.
Yeah,
And
wisely, yeah.
yeah, and getting a nice return, and which helps with outstanding retirement, which is a huge recruitment and retention factor for our employees.
Yeah, that's one of our better things that we have is our retirement's outstanding.
So if you're a good person looking for a job, Wichita County.
Yeah. Sheriff's Department's always hiring.
All right, do we have a motion then?
So moved.
Second.
All right, and I am assuming that is a motion to maintain the same elected rate of 14% for retirement plan and 0.11% for group term life rate, which is a total rate of 14.11%. That motion was made by Commissioner Beecham and seconded by Commissioner Watts, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do we have any questions or comments on the motion or the item? That motion's before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item number 5, discuss, consider, and/or take action to approve the EDOC Tech quote in the amount of $99,480 for the conversion of microfiche to digital images for the district clerk's office to be paid from Department 430, the Records Management Fund, with lines determined by the county auditor. Ms. Manning, you want to talk about this one?
I have a filing cabinet that's probably older than I am that has the film in it, and it's like the old school film.
Yeah.
And there's approximately 6 million images on there that are criminal and civil cases that we need to get digitized, because this, I found out, can get sick.
Mm-hmm.
and then it's no good, and it's not kept anywhere else, it's just in that filing cabinet. So we need to get it converted so that we don't lose it.
And this will be a third of the images that, you said you've got 6 million and this is for 2?
No, that's for all of them.
The quote has 1.9 million images.
Oh, then maybe I misspoke. One company told me there were approximately 6 million,
Okay.
so he was less than that, sorry.
The quote is for the full
Yes,
job.
the quote
Okay.
is for the full
How long
job.
will this take, Les?
A couple of months, I believe is what he said. They're gonna take the filing cabinet with them, and then they're gonna send me, everything, depending on how we want it. He said they can either upload it into Odyssey for us, or they can give it to us on drives and we can put it where it needs to go, which I think is probably the better option, cause we'll attach it to all the cases and put everything in the order that it's supposed to be in.
Is that an ordeal of getting it back reattached to the,
No, I don't think so. I think it'd just be, as far as Odyssey goes, just uploading it and linking it to the right cases, and I would rather us do that in our downtime and know that it's safe than pay Odyssey to do it, or
Right.
Tyler to do it.
and Judge, is this coming from, records management monies?
It is, and
So-
that's a dedicated fund. In fact, the court can't really dictate how that money is used, but statute is required for her to bring it to court, which is kind of funny to me, but.
What is the,
So here we go.
what is our capability there annually in that fund, Matt? I mean,
There's a few $100,000 in that fund. There is the county-wide records management, there's the county clerk records management, and then there's the district clerk records management. And district clerk records management hasn't had a whole lot of expenditures over the last couple of years, so there's quite a bit of money in there, plus all the fees that they collect on a monthly basis go in there.
So-
Not all of them, but
So
some of
how
them.
much of it is covered by what they have?
All of this bill will
All
be
this
covered.
is, okay,
Yes.
okay.
And
And
then-
this is a co-op purchase?
It's Allied States Cooperative by ESC 19 there at the bottom of the quote.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm going to wager that it
It
is,
is a
but,
co-op.
and actually, it's after September 1st,
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's under 100.
Under 100, okay.
and
Never
so
mind.
we'll,
Good.
Used to,
will we just stage
Have to
this out then for the next round to, either put together the funds through the management, fund program and then move on to phase 2 of, or are we thinking there's only 2 million files?
Mhm.
Oh, okay, okay.
I
I was
misspoke, I'm
thinking
sorry.
6 million,
My,
okay.
well, my first
gotcha.
quote was for 6 million, and then this quote was for
Okay,
the 2 million.
I understand.
I don't know how they got 4
This'll
million
cover us,
discrepancy, but that's.
okay.
Let me understand, we're gonna preserve it outside of Odyssey, correct? Is that what you said?
It will be on, yes, it will be
Yeah.
on flash drives or thumb drives, and then we will also upload it in
Yeah, they're
Odyssey.
gonna do it on both.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I'm thinking Odyssey, I mean, we may have it for the next 20 years, and then again, something may change in 10 years. And this would, that way you'd still have it.
Yeah.
so how
Microfiche.
does that information get applied to Odyssey? Is that gonna be another project on top of this?
For my
or-
clerks to do. That
She
we
gonna
won't-
do it in
Internal.
Yeah, we'll do that
Yeah.
in-house.
Yeah.
And right now, Les, when you pull up a case or a file like that in Odyssey, do you just have to go reference the microfiche in order to see the other documents that belong?
Knock on wood, and I'm gonna say this out loud, and then it's gonna happen to me this afternoon. It hasn't come up yet.
Okay,
I really hope that it doesn't, cause I don't know how.
but
I
that's
would
how
do
it would normally
Yeah.
work, probably, okay.
How labor intensive, how long will it take to put all that information into Odyssey?
A
That's-
while.
Yeah, that's several million images, I would imagine that's gonna take
Yeah.
years.
They're going to, well, I mean, like I said, this filing cabinet's older than I am, so
Yeah.
nobody's been in a rush for it.
No, we're all facing records retention, we're
Yeah.
talking about this countywide.
Yeah.
I'm just curious how,
Well,
So do you, when you put it back into Odyssey, do you physically like type it in, or does it transfer, or how does that work?
well, they can do it, the people
Yeah.
that are
And
switching
then-
it over.
which they're offering to
digitally.
do it, I guess, now, but.
For a price.
Yeah, for
Well,
a
yeah,
very, very
everything's for
steep
price,
price.
yeah.
And we may start this project and realize that it's way above our means and then circle back around to see how much we still have in the.
But it's a kind of an upload of the information and then you place it where it
Yes,
belongs.
yes,
And I'm gonna guess that when they digitize it, it's gonna be cataloged as such that
Mhm.
yes.
you'll be able to easily find it.
Yeah.
So from the standpoint of, even if they don't get it attached
Yeah,
to Odyssey, if someone
We can.
needs to open up an old case or find it, they
So,
can.
yeah, we can put it in,
Easier than.
in essentially a separate
That's-
filing cabinet, digital filing cabinet,
Yes.
that it could be accessible to the public without
Yes.
a lot of extra
All right.
Yeah.
time going into it.
Commissioner
My thought
Buchanan has
was-
been waiting patiently.
There really,
It's usually mean waiting.
there really wouldn't be any need to put all of it back into Odyssey, would there, just as needed?
Now,
Because
you
you're-
put it all back in there.
I was gonna say, there's a bunch of those cases that won't ever be
I was gonna say,
reviewed or.
right now, I know that we have a lot over in storage that hasn't been scanned in,
Right,
and it goes in as a as-needed thing. If somebody calls and they're looking for a divorce from
Right.
1954, well, it hasn't been scanned in, so once we get the file, we'll put it all in then, and
okay.
so.
Cause I was just thinking, there's a bunch of that stuff that'll never be looked at again, you know, I would think the majority of
Vast
it,
majority.
yeah.
Yeah.
Commissioner Buchanan?
Okay, my question is,
Yes.
this is $99,000 for the district clerk for this one company to do those images. How's this gonna be with, as a county, we're facing a lot of records management. Are we gonna have every department getting a different company to do records management, or,
Well-
that's one thing that would almost bother me too, that if we have too many different ones, maybe it don't all correlate together
But
and
Mickey,
match
this
up.
is a different form of retention in the form of microfiche.
We're still digitizing it, which we're trying to do with all of our stuff.
Right.
So that's one thing that, I mean, it might be the best one, I don't know, but is every department gonna end up
I
doing
know,
something a
so I
little
think that from the standpoint of the district clerk and the county clerk, if they choose to use the records management money to go with a different vendor to do it, then those might be different. Everyone else from a countywide perspective, because it's gonna be general fund that's paying for it, will be with one.
So
with
you're
one
saying
vendor.
record management funds can only be used by the district clerk and the county clerk?
Correct.
We collect our own. There's, I think it's $5 for every criminal case. There's certain
Okay.
money.
There's statutory restrictions on how they use that money.
Okay.
And before this expenditure, they had about 261,000 in that account, so it'll go down to 160,000.
I
It
do want it
always
to be
concerns
the
me.
easiest, but I'm just wanting to make sure that everything works.
Sure.
And I think that from what, and you feel free to jump in and correct me where I'm at. I think for the purposes of what y'all do with, and how it interacts with Odyssey, I mean, I think that having your own solutions here isn't gonna be that big of a deal, because it's gonna be that office solely who's gonna ever have to find that information and look at it. The countywide issue, just because of the various types of documents we might have, is gonna be a different story down the road. I'm not too concerned if we've got different vendors, because at the end of the day, the product is its own standalone
I
product. It's
think
not gonna
about
have to interface.
Like scanning in on a Dell scanner versus a, Apple scanner.
Yeah.
And different groups, but yet the product is the same.
And Leslie, these are court proceedings, right? So that's, once again, the vast majority of these will never be accessed, I'm sure. But when you need one, you need one. I'll give my spiel being the old guy here. It always concerns me. I can take a book that's 200 years old and open it up and I can tell you what it says. I've got electronic storage that I've had through some of the computers I've owned. I have no way to access it. That concerns me looking down the road 50 years or whatever. And I say that because of the advance of technology and how quick it's changing. That really concerns me.
Well, this will go on the server and be
In the cloud.
redundantly saved,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah,
so we'll have access to it.
like it would have to
Not
be.
like the old
like
tapes
a-
that we had
like
no
a
way to access them anymore.
Library reference,
Yeah.
and I guess these are, how do you reference one of these files, Les? Is it by a case number?
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
I see.
And to your point, the clock is ticking, because microfiche is
Yeah.
much more time sensitive from losing ability than.
Well, it degrades at
Well,
what percentage a year or something, it does go away.
And that's wild to me. And then when
Yeah.
they told me that it can get sick if it's not in the right environment, what
Oh,
are you
yeah.
talking about?
You know, and everybody's photos and home movies and stuff
Yeah,
going
they
through the same
curate,
thing
yeah.
right now. One day they're gonna be blank. So,
You are the custodian of this record, you had the funds, you're the only one that controls those funds, so
Do we need a motion to approve it?
Just because it affects the budget.
Okay.
I'll make that motion.
second,
Barry got it.
he may have beat me.
No, you got it.
Appreciate it.
I bet you weren't expecting that much engaged discussion on that.
Well, we're
that's
doing
interesting.
this countywide,
Yeah,
so there's a
that's
lot
why
of,
it's
a lot
on my
of
mind,
questions,
Les.
so.
The same, what Mark is saying, because we've just recently been talking
Had
about
that
the
discussion.
big job we've got in front of us.
All right, we've got a motion by Commissioner Beecham, seconded by Commissioner Mahler, to approve the EDOC Tech quote in the amount of $99,480. Conversion of microfiche to digital images for the district clerk's office to be paid from Department 430. Do we have any questions or comments on the motion or the item?
May I ask the court to please change that from Department 430 to Fund 237? Department 430 is her department within the general fund.
Commissioner Beecham, do you have any objection to
None at
making
all.
the change? Okay. All right, then amend that to be paid from Fund 237. All right, any other questions or comments on the motion or the item? All right, that motion's before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Thank you, Ms. Mammon. Item number 6, discuss, consider, and/or take action to approve T.W. Hicks' proposal in the amount of $60,002 to waterproof the courthouse exterior steps to be paid from Department 510 with lines determined by the county auditor. Commissioner Beecham, did you want to speak on this, or Rick, did you want to?
Either, to do the 3 sets of steps, as we had T.W. Hicks in to show us what the product is and how it's applied,
And this takes care of all of
and
them.
this takes care of all 3, not just the east and main steps, so it'll take care of the west as well, which is, even though they're relatively new, they're already showing signs of cracking and aging, so.
And I did make sure Department 510 has $100,000 available in miscellaneous item for 2025, so there's more than enough to cover it in the budget. And Rick, you're not expecting to have to need another 40,000 plus out of that for the rest of the year, are you?
No, sir.
Okay.
And Rick, what are you thinking from a maintenance standpoint? How often will we have to retouch these?
Well, that's to be seen. I mean, the product should stand up, pretty well once everything's done. But I think from a maintenance standpoint, it's just gonna be keeping the pigeon,
Mess off of it.
they're keeping the pigeon offerings off of them as much as possible to keep them from damaging it. So, but as far as having to retouch, I'm just not sure.
Well,
It'll
it's
be
designed
the
for heavy foot traffic or
Yeah.
even vehicular traffic,
same.
so
I
Right.
it's
expect
not gonna be any
It's
traffic.
gonna be repaired, so to speak. Maybe in the case if we start doing some construction on them or around them, that we'll wanna put ram board and stuff like that to protect them. But at that point, there could be some touch up and whatnot to maintain the integrity of it, but I'm want to be, and I feel optimistic that it's a product that could really help us with the problem we have with those steps.
Are we still gonna, as I think we discussed it some, are you gonna go ahead and, or is your staff gonna take care of pulling those handrails off before we do it? To eliminate
Yes, sir.
those holes?
Yes,
Get them, they'll all be filled up?
yeah, we'll get those taken out. They'll take care of filling the holes and all that stuff and smoothing everything out, and then the coating will go over the top and that center handrail will be gone.
And that,
And then we'll put a portable stanchion in between that can hold our
Change.
our traffic
Yeah.
diverting signage to where people know those aren't normal accesses.
I like that. Not chain, traffic diverting signage.
I'm trying to use big words.
That's good, that's good.
Well, and I see it, once a week at least, people walk up to read your signage, you know, to.
And then I
which way
watch
to
them
go.
step over it.
Try to get in anyway.
Exactly.
And the finish we ended up going with, is that kind of the flat sandy look?
Yeah,
Yeah, it'll,
but
well,
we haven't picked color or anything.
no, we
yet.
haven't picked a color yet. But the end finish, you know, you put a sand top grit that gives it a little, you know, tautness to whenever you step on it, so you're not slipping, so.
And Rick, when that's reapplied, then there's no, you just go over the top of that material that as exists there. There's no have to sandblast it all off and reshoot it.
I would think there would be some maintenance that you would have to do prior to putting another coat on at a later date, but I'd have to get in that product data and really see how that process.
Are you talking about for the initial install?
No, for the
Okay.
second down the
Further
road
down the road.
I
install.
think that it just has another clear coat that goes over the top of it.
Kind of
Just
a
clean it
clear
and
finish?
Coat it again, yeah.
Okay.
And the warranty on it again was how long?
Like we said, they give us a year, but, you know, that's just a standard warranty.
Make sure they don't use too long a nail.
All right. Thank you. Right. Anything else on that?
And I did wanna say, you know, on Kirk, Wolf gave me some really good kudos about the coatings across the street, which I actually got from the sheriff's department. That's how I ended up with it, so. These guys were the real finders.
Yeah, because y'all used it on your the showers area, is that right?
And the kitchen.
And the
And the kitchen and
Okay.
everywhere it's been used, and we used the same product at Sprague Unit before, and everywhere it's been used, it's held up fantastically. No issues at all.
I'm sure the UV will be its biggest challenge.
Yeah.
But
Biggest
it's,
challenge.
it's supposedly UV
Resist.
compensated, so some way.
All right, entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion by Commissioner Beecham, seconded by Commissioner Mahler, to approve T.W. Hicks' proposal, the amount of $60,002 to waterproof the courthouse exterior steps to be paid from Department 510. Do we have any questions or comments on the motion or the item? All right, that motion's before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item number 7, discuss, consider, and/or take action to approve Martin's Auto Sales quote dated August 4th, 2025, in the amount of $425 for repairs to a county employee's vehicle resulting from damage caused by a county-owned vehicle. In this one, I'm actually going to ask that we table this. Both Sheriff Rutledge and Chief McFerrin had actually wanted to pull this off, but because of the 3 business days and the amount of time we have to post in advance, we were not able to get that done in time. So is there any objection to tabling item number 7?
No.
No.
All right, then item number 7 is tabled, and I'm just excited because I thought we were going to go a whole court without tabling something, and well, that wouldn't be up to our standards. Item number 8, receive update on courthouse renovations and county courthouse annexes.
It's a good day. We finished one project, officially open, and we start a new project officially today. So, Owl Park should have opened for business except for the tax office this morning. Still some odds and ends to be completed, but kudos to Ricky and his crew and our inmate work crews and stuff for working their tails off last week to get everybody moved. I know Rick had to rent a U-Haul trailer just to move stuff, so they put in a lot of hours last week, and thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
How is space looking, Rick, when you moved the extension service? Were they consuming did they have a lot of stuff to consume the space with?
Well, I rented a 26-foot U-Haul, and we filled it up twice.
Wow.
And so those 2 big storage rooms that are over there,
Right.
are full.
So you're saying
Wow.
we've outgrown the Iowa Park facility and need to build it?
Day one.
Yeah, yeah, we need a container.
Well, is some of that seasonal usage stuff, is that what it is,
I
or?
think she did say she had a lot of culling out to do, so to speak, you know, because, they just didn't have time to do all that before it got
Oh,
moved,
okay.
so, they'll have to go through, organize and whatnot, but, it's just a lot of different projects they've done, so, you know how it is, it's like, what, do you
Sure.
think we'll do that again? Well, we might, and so let's save it. And-
Do you know about that?
I know all about it.
What you're saying is.
Once it's in the new spot though, there is no culling. We're here, we're here.
So to the sheriff's point, a lot of this will end up at the annex one of these days.
That's the next step.
But.
They've got a large area, 2 large areas for storage, and they don't have shelves up or anything yet,
So
so.
while I have the floor, though, McCaskill and the crew, those guys work really, really hard. And McCaskill's a super guy to work with. He really tried to help us and make sure we got done what we had to do. So we were kind of sweating it there for a little while, but he came in and saved the day, so good man.
It's good.
Good man.
Just keep adding storage containers. That's the way you manage that.
Surely they'll have room, because they have a lot more storage room than what they had
Yeah.
at the annex, a lot more. So it just all has to fit in the puzzle piece in the right areas.
I always think it's funny to call after you've gone to the meeting.
I'm telling you, once you get it in the new spot, you're pretty well locked in.
And, Brendan, is the project, the microwave project through there, I mean, are we connected back up and
Yeah, the
all
office
good?
is up and connected. The Judge Robert is able to connect, his office is up and running on it now. The last bit of WebFire is being finished. Everything's coming up.
And what, doesn't Tommy have to have a special state connection for?
Yes, the state connection exists, and
Okay.
it's set up. We're just gonna patch it in and make it work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, almost complete.
Almost
But
complete.
it's
That's good.
open for business, and that's a big step. And this afternoon, we'll have our welcome meeting with Digi, starting our security project. So, looks like we're starting on the first floor at the courthouse. Tanya, I think you'll be probably the first one up, so. So, be sending out schedules as I get them and trying to work with each individual office. If you have concerns or questions, please call me, let me know.
Before, not after?
Before, yeah. It's in our best interest to move this project along quickly,
Yep.
but I know there's gonna be some concerns with court and whatever. We're gonna try to do the 3rd floor all at once, on the same week or 2 weeks schedule, so, starting here on the 1st floor, and I'll let you know after that, but let me know now if you have concerns or problems.
Mark, have y'all sent out an email to the affected courts already at this point? Just, I guess you probably didn't know a schedule till.
No, I don't
Last
know a
couple
schedule
days.
till today.
Okay.
So, but I did send out an email last week to all county
Saw
email
that.
users, please read. Just let me know, and I've only heard back from just a small handful of offices
Okay.
with any problems. So, yeah, I'll let you know when I know, so.
All right, exciting.
Yep.
Any other updates?
That's it.
Any questions or comments on that item? Okay. This is like 3 or 4 weeks in a row of just shout outs on teamwork between departments. I do love to hear that. Thank you all. It is 10:44. At this time, we will be moving into closed session for a briefing and discussion regarding settlement of opioid-related terms with 1, Purdue and certain of its affiliates in the Sackler family, and 2, Alvogen, Amneal, Apotel, Hikma, Indivior, Mylan, Sun, and Zydus. Alvogen. This meeting is closed pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.0711, consultation with attorney about pending or contemplated litigation or settlement offers. If you have not been authorized to stay in the courtroom for this meeting, please vacate now. You want to hear me? You want me to read that again, Barry? It is 10:49 a.m.
Yeah.
We are back in open session to take action on item 1. I get to read it again, which is to discuss, consider, and/or take action to authorize the county judge to execute 1, Purdue and certain of its affiliates in the Sackler family, and 2, Alvagen, Amnil, Apatow, Hickman, Indivior, Milan, Sun, and Zydus Alvagen participation forms regarding settlements in the matter of opioid multi-district litigation for the county in the matter of regarding national prescription opiate litigation, MDL number 117-MD-02804.
I didn't understand.
Motion.
that name.
Second.
Read that again. I make a motion to.
That's what we're doing.
Are
We already
what
had
are we
one,
at?
already had a motion second.
Yeah, what are we doing? Are we
Well,
approved?
yeah, we got a motion by Commissioner Fincannon, seconded
Oh,
by
we-
Commissioner Beecham. They beat you.
I missed the whole deal. That's fine. That's fine.
To authorize county judge to execute both of those participation forms. Do we have any questions or comments on the motion or the item? All right, that motion is before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. It is 10:51 and court is adjourned.